Country superstar Glen Campbell died in Nashville Tuesday morning. He was 81 years old.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse.
Campbell rose to fame in the 60s and 70s, known for that hit, Rhinestone Cowboy, Gentle on My Mind. No immediate cause for his death was given, but we do know that he battled Alzheimer's in recent years. In his final months, he lived at a full-time care facility in Nashville. Joining me now to talk about Alzheimer's and the fight is Kay Reddington, the CEO of the Central and North Florida chapters of the Alzheimer's Association. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Bruce.
This is a man who was diagnosed in 2011, and he approached that diagnosis with a great deal of candor. And in fact, on his final tour, he had a documentary crew follow him.
Yes,
and he said, "There is no shame in my game, and I'm going to go out singing that song." No doubt this will raise a lot of awareness.
Raise a lot of awareness and really make people who are in this battle feel that they're not in it alone. He was very, very vocal about what he was going through, as was his family, and the challenges that they went through from the time of his diagnosis through to his very unfortunate death. And I think that lends, it does a great deal to destigmatize the disease and also let people know that while it's can be a very isolating disease, when somebody like Glen Campbell and his family is talking about it, you're not alone.
And you mentioned the word family a number of times. This is a disease that not only affects an individual, it does affect an entire family.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in fact, in many cases, it has an even more profound effect on the family than it does on the person going to it. After a fashion, after a period of time, the person who is actually suffering from the disease loses awareness of what really is going on with them, but the family obviously never does, and that's very difficult.
Yeah. There have been some encouraging advances in research and advances in treatment. Where do we stand in this fight?
Well, very interestingly, we just completed the annual Alzheimer's Association International Conference this year. It was in London. It was completed about 2 weeks ago, and some really fascinating research results came out of that. And what we're finding more and more, first of all, is that we know that the disease is probably there 10 to 20 years before anyone manifests symptoms of the disease. So we know that gives an opportunity to intervene much earlier in the disease process. And so a number of things that have come out recently that I think are very encouraging are things related to lifestyle changes and managing one's lifestyle. So we know that sleep apnea puts you at a higher risk ultimately for Alzheimer's disease. So controlling those kinds of things. We know that your diet is very important. Heart health relates to brain health, and so there have been some very promising research done on the Mediterranean diet. Some of the research that's come out on exercise is absolutely profoundly intriguing.
It's all the things that we seem to hear in the management of so many different health issues.
Absolutely.
It's modifying your lifestyle, enjoying a balance in life. If you'd like to revisit this interview and you know somebody who's fighting Alzheimer's and maybe this information can help them, it'll be posted online on newsforjax.com after about 10:30 this morning. Okay, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll be back after the break.